Hello, this is Christy. In the latest versions of Descript Underlord, there have been a lot of changes, and one of them is to do with the AI voices. And last year, the AI voices were redeveloped, redesigned, and new engine was created. So some of the AI voices that used to be there, like the stock voices, namely Dawn and all the other voices that you could use from the Descript library, have been changed. So now you have new AI voices from stock, but also the old voices had a feature that is not present in the new ones, which was the different styles of voices or different emotions and so on. And some people are still looking for those voices. And of course, the new AI system is better in a way because it generates better, more natural voices. But if you want to use the old voices, you can still do that in Descript Underlord. So let me show you how to activate those. So I am here in a project. I just created a basic text in here and I want to assign an AI voice to it. But I want to use one of the new voices to start with. Let's say I want to use the stock voice. If I go down here to stock voices, when I click on the speaker label, I say browse stock AI speakers. And I have Dawn here, which is one of the voices that some people like to use. It has that dramatic movie trailer kind of voice. Anyway, so if you use this one now, you see there's only a single version of this. If I click on this, it will assign that voice to my text and start generating. However, this voice no longer has those emotion styles, but you can still use those. They are called legacy AI styles. So let me show you how to get to those. So if I click on Dawn here, this says Dawn AI, okay? So I cannot use this one. Even if I go to the three dots here, there are no variations for this voice that I can use. But if I go back to browse stock AI voices, I need to actually enable the old voices because they are hidden by default. So if I go to this little menu on the top right-hand side, there's a filter here and it says Legacy Speakers. By default, it's set to hide. But now if I click Show, there you go. You have the other speakers' voices, and this one includes Dawn, and it has this label, Legacy AI. If I click on Dawn to select it, it creates a Dawn number 2 in my project. But now look at this. If I click on Dawn and I go to the three dots next to it, I can now choose the different variations of this voice here. So let's say I'm going to use the sad number 2 voice. And I have to wait for it to generate that audio. If you look in the timeline here, you can actually see the waveform being generated. And when this text is blinking, it means it's working on it. And I think it's finished now. Let's see what this sounds like.
Some text I'd like the AI speaker to say. Let's see if we have the same flexibility as before in changing emotion or using a voice variation.
So there you have it. That is how you enable these AI voices from previous versions. Now, one thing you need to note, if you click on this and try to use another one, like let's say I want to choose to a different stock voice, browse stock voices, again, the legacy ones are hidden. So you have to enable this filter every time you want to choose one of the old voices like this. So there you go. This is how you do it. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.